guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Anne. If this is the first time you're watching our video, thank you. Kindly subscribe, share, make your comments. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for sticking by us. Keep watching, keep commenting. We love you. Thank you. So on today's episode, we'll be talking on unplanned pregnancy. Yes, pregnancy that you didn't plan for, and all of a sudden, boom, you just discovered that you're pregnant. We'll be right back after the break. Okay, welcome back. So like I said earlier, today we'll be discussing on unplanned pregnancy. So what do we understand by unplanned pregnancy? This is a pregnancy that you actually did not plan for. Both you and your partner, your spouse, you didn't plan for it, and all of a sudden you just discover that you're pregnant. You know, when you discover that, it can be so frustrating. You feel so bad about it. Like you'll be like, what is happening? Because mentally you're not ready, psychologically you're not ready, even sometimes financially you're not ready, because most of the time is you discover that you don't even have enough money to take care of the child you have, or you just newly got married, you're not ready financially to start bringing a child, and because you know that bringing children to the world has to do with a lot of spending financially. You have to take care of them, you have to be there mentally for the child, you have to be there physically for the child, and you're pregnant, and all these things you're not so ready about it. And let me say that it happens to me, yes, that two of my pregnancies were unplanned. And it happened that when I gave birth to my first child, of course, you know, after getting married, we're so excited to have a first child and all that. That pregnancy was the one I would call the planned pregnancy. Yes, you heard me right. I was so excited about having my first child. I got married in December, and by January I was already pregnant, and I was so excited. I was so excited, even with the nausea, with everything that was coming with the pregnancy. I was excited because I actually planned for it. I was ready for it mentally, financially, and everything. I was just ready for that particular pregnancy. So I gave birth to my first child in October 2016, and it was a joyous moment. But taking care of the child wasn't now easy because of the trauma I had in having her and all that. I was now like, pregnancy can be so difficult. Like, it wasn't easy for me. So I was telling myself that I'm not going to take chances. I'm not going to be pregnant anytime soon because I am not ready. So I actually planned. I actually breastfed my first child for like 6 months. Yes, I did exclusive for 6 months, and then I weaned her when she was like 1 year. That was 1 year 2 months plus in January. And throughout that period, I wasn't really seeing my period, so I felt I was safe, so to say. So I felt I was safe, and before I knew it, in February, I discovered I was pregnant again. I was like, how can I be pregnant? Because at that moment I was not ready. I was not ready at all, because what I was planning to do is, okay, after having my first child, I was going to go back to work, and then I was going to work, I was going to do 1 or 2 things, and then yes, I actually got a job in February. Yes, in February I got a job with a law firm where I was practicing, and before I knew it, I was pregnant. I just got this job like barely a month, and I am pregnant. How will I cope?
Wow.
And you know how legal practice can be so stressful. It was so frustrating. Like, I was so down, I was not happy, and at that moment I was like, should I have?
Wow.
I can't do that. And the fear alone, because it's something you have never done, and then the fear of even doing it. Okay, what if I die? What if something happens? What if my womb is no longer there? What if they take out my womb? So the fear was there. The fear was really there. I'm just pouring out myself right now, because that was the mental stage I was at that moment. I was not feeling okay. I was not happy at all. I was always angry. Like, I was always angry with my first child. She wouldn't even do anything wrong. I would just shout, I would just scream, I would just discover that I was not happy. But all through, I was able to still carry the pregnancy anyways, regardless of all these things. And of the truth, imagine I made the mistake twice, so I'm going to share the second thing. So after I was able to carry the pregnancy all through from January again, because I got pregnant in January. I only discovered in February, because of course I wasn't really seeing my period, so I felt that it was normal, or it was actually a safe period for me. So it happened that I was like that I was able to carry the pregnancy for that period till I gave birth again in October 2018. Yes, my first daughter is October 2016, and my second child is October again 2018. So that was how I was able to carry on this pregnancy, and then I was able to deliver safely to the child. And funny enough, the delivery was one of my first deliveries. It's a story for another day. We're going to capture that. So after I gave birth to the child, I had to leave my job because I couldn't cope taking a very young child like that to the crèche. I felt somehow, and at that period, of course, I didn't have any financial, I didn't have any source of finance. That was when I went into baking. I went to learn how to bake, so that at least while sitting at home, I can't just be sitting idly. I'll have to be doing something so that I can make myself a living from there. So after that, after winning my child again, all through that period, because most times when I am breastfeeding, for me, I don't see my period. And obviously, because I don't see my period, aside that, some people actually, even when they don't see their period, they become pregnant. But for me, once I am not seeing my period, I am not pregnant. So I was like, okay, I was based on my calculation, I was going to win my baby in December of 2019. So by January, I was going to dash to the hospital and use any family planning. I was going to go on the family planning. Unfortunately, something happened, and I did not go to the hospital. I didn't do the family planning. I was supposed to do the family planning before winning my baby even, but I didn't do that. And I win my baby, I think it should be December, towards first week of January, and I got this job again. Ha! I was so excited. Oh, I'm back to work, I'm back to the office, I'm going to work, I'm going to do all these things. This time around, I don't want to see myself being pregnant, because I want to face my work, I want to grow in this career and all that, because I was so excited. And then in February again, I discovered that I was pregnant. Wow! This time around, I'm not joking, I was very determined to terminate the pregnancy, because I was like, how can I make the same mistake twice? Why? How? It was so frustrating. That time I remembered I was a terrible mom, I was a terrible wife, because I was always screaming, I was always shouting, I was always complaining, I was always nagging, my home was not peaceful. Things were not just going on well, because I was not ready mentally. The kids are just, because my first daughter was just, how old was she? She was just 3. The second one was just 1 year and 3 months. And then now again I'm pregnant. How will I cope with 2 toddlers? Because they are all toddlers. How was I going to cope? It was so bad. I told my husband, let's go to the hospital and terminate the pregnancy. And funny enough, the doctor asked us, why do you want to terminate the pregnancy? I said, because I feel I don't want to go on with the pregnancy. Why? Do you know that a lot of people are actually looking for this? You should be grateful that you have this. I was like, the doctor doesn't know what I'm going through. You should just go ahead with this process. And he was telling me, do you know that abortion is actually against the law? And of course, I'm a lawyer. I know that. I know that, but I just wanted to free myself, because I felt I wasn't ready. Like at that time, we already have 2 kids, and my husband was the one actually working. My work was there, and I was feeling I was going to grow in my career. So does that mean that I have to leave my job again because I have another child? And so I kept on thinking, and I was just blaming it on my husband. But I am also to be blamed. But I am also to be blamed because I am part of it. I allowed it. I didn't take the necessary steps that I was supposed to do. Even though we all agreed that we were going to embark on the family planning, but I was here putting all my frustrations, all my anger on one person. Until one day my husband came back and I told me, do you know the kind of stress you put me through every day because of this pregnancy? Why don't we just accept this child? Why don't we just because most times when I'm driving, I am not even concentrating. Okay, would you rather it be that, okay, I went out to work and I had an accident and died or something? Or would you rather have the baby so that we all live in peace as a family? And sincerely, that statement, those words from my husband, actually, I didn't know I was actually driving him crazy like that. I didn't know that what I was doing was affecting him at that period. And that was when I went on my knees to God to ask for mercy. Yes, I asked my husband to also forgive me. I told him it's just that I wasn't ready. I felt, okay, now that I've gotten this new job, I wanted to work there for at least 3-4 years. But now I may be thinking of leaving the job after giving birth to nurse the child, because I don't want to leave my baby that is barely 2 or 3 months in the crèche and then I start pursuing a career. I feel, for me, actually, that's why I'm saying for me, I feel it's not proper, because I love breastfeeding my child for my children for like 3 months and for 6 months at least, to give them that basic exclusive breastfeeding. So I told him I was sorry and decided to accept the pregnancy. So the pregnancy, the journey through the pregnancy was not an easy one, because it was the year COVID struck in and everything went backward. You know how pregnancy comes with cravings. Oh, we're on a lockdown. I can't get what I want from outside. It's just the food within the house I have to manage and eat it, and it was so not easy, but I was able to go through. And looking back now, looking at my children now, I am happy that the pregnancy came as they did, because if it were based on my own planning, up to now, I wouldn't have had a second baby. So basically, as part of the lessons I learned is the fact that, yes, sometimes most of these pregnancies are not planned. Most times we didn't actually prepare for them, but when they come, like when you look back, you will be so excited, you will be so happy that, oh, thank God, I actually kept this pregnancy, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had all these children now. And immediately I had this one, I went quickly to the hospital. Yes, I went to have family planning, because I didn't want the same thing to happen, because of course I want to go back to my career, whereby I can be able to focus more on my career and raising these lovely children. I know that the economy is also not smiling. Nigeria now, in short, not just Nigeria, the whole world is suffering from inflation, and you don't want to bring a child to the world whereby you're unable to take care of the child. Imagine your child is in need of some basic needs and you're unable to provide for it. For me, like, I've learned my lessons, and I tried as much as possible to actually go on the family planning way. If your belief or your religion is against family planning, just know how you calculate your this thing, track your cycle, so that you know when your free period to actually not get pregnant, so that you don't go and do something that will make you pregnant, and at the end of the day you want to terminate it, just like myself. But just try as much as possible to plan it in such a way that it doesn't affect you, it doesn't affect the family, it doesn't affect the income. I have learned my own lesson now, and I hope that other women will also see from my own, is it mistake now or a blessing? Because for me now, I'm seeing it as a blessing, but as at that time, I was seeing it as it was a mistake. But looking back at them now, I'm really grateful, because I wouldn't have been ready to have any child. It's possible. So like I said, I've learned my lessons. Like I said, I've gone to do my own family planning. So for others too, try as much as possible to plan it, because it's not easy. As at the time I was even now I still face a lot of challenges raising 3 kids. Okay, and funny enough, they all share the same birth month. They are all October babies. A lot of people might think as if I planned it. I didn't plan it. It just happened. Okay, so try as much as possible to just plan it. Space your children if it is possible. Space it so that you won't have these challenges of taking care of children at the same time. But I am not actually going against it. I can't totally tell you what to do or what not to do. You know exactly what to do. So, but I'm just trying to tell you my own part of it, and that I've learned my own lessons, and I'm sharing it with you so that if it's possible, you can actually plan it. You can share it in such a way that it will not be burdensome to you, because you also need your own time. You need your own space. You are not there to just be taking care of kids and all that. But whatever is good for you, please do it. If you want to have as much as 10 children, and you feel you have the strength or the resources to take care of them, why not? You can go ahead to do it. But in a situation whereby you are not able to do it, some people, okay, we know that children are actually blessings from God. But in a situation whereby you bring a child to the world and you're unable to take care of the child, even the child will hate you for bringing him to the world and you're unable to take care of him, or her. So we should try as much as possible to know how to plan our births, and not to think of, okay, after being pregnant, you're not thinking of terminating the pregnancy, or you are actually terminating the pregnancy because you are not ready. It's not the best, because children are gifts from God. A lot of people are out there, a lot of women are out there looking for this same blessing of the fruit of the womb, but they do not have it. So all I'm saying is just try as much as possible to plan your pregnancy, to plan it in such a way that it will not affect you mentally, it will not affect you financially, it will not affect you physically, because you discover that you are just growing slimmer, thinner, and it's not because of anything, it's because of the stress that is ongoing in taking care of them. Sincerely speaking, I don't find it easy, but if I had not given birth to them as at the time I gave birth to them, I wouldn't have been ready for even the second child. Up to date, I am serious. So I feel God knows how to do his things, and he actually gives us things at the right time. So I felt my own, he gave it to me at the right time, and he gave it to me at the time I needed it. But I have learned it, and that is why I quickly went to do my own family planning. So I hope that on today's episode you were able to learn 1 or 2 things about unplanned pregnancies. And I hope that you'll be able to share your own experience too. Try as much as possible to share yours, because I want to hear from you. I want to learn from you also, viewers. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe, share, tell others about our channel. We love you. Thank you.